Hi everyone. Today is a beautiful day out here in West Virginia. We have got like 73-degree weather. We do have a little light breeze going through. There is a storm later. But anyway, it doesn't matter because it is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And today we're doing a Q&A, which is a little different than what I'm used to. But I have been having a lot of questions pouring in, wanting to know about credentials. And, I'm Catherine Robledo Walker, and I'm a certified Reiki Master. And I've been doing it for 25 years, and I've been teaching thousands and thousands of students in classes. And so I've been getting a lot of questions and people asking on YouTube all different kind of things. So I'm going to go ahead now and answer some of your questions. And so the first question that I was asked was, what projected me into Reiki? What projected me into Reiki? So anyway, the first thing I want to say is that the reason I went into Reiki was because I was actually in a very severe car accident back in 2000. And three car was hit by three cars behind on Interstate 95. And this was when I was in Florida. And so anyway, I used Reiki for pain management, and also it was just, I still had to get the surgery, but I didn't want to have long-term painkillers or anything like that. So one day I was searching and asking, and I asked the universe, what can I use for pain management that would not cause me to have pain addiction? Or, addiction to any kind of chemical. So one day this lady happened to saw, I was in the library and this lady came up and she saw my book and she said, "Oh, have you ever thought about Reiki for pain management?" And I was like, "What is Reiki?" So I was like you, I didn't have any clue. I didn't know anything about it, never even heard of it. So it just so happened that when I went to work the next day, I worked in a belly dance studio in Florida, the Goddess Store. And it just so happened that the yoga instructor, the Kundalini yoga instructor, was a Reiki master. And she ended up telling me all about it and teaching me all the different levels, attuning me to all the different levels. And that's how I became a Reiki master. So I owe my education and everything to Karen Carenza. That was my Reiki master. And so anyway, that's what I used. I used Reiki as for my pain management. And for after my surgery, I, didn't even want to take Tylenol or anything like that. So that's what I used it for. And while I was in the hospital, right after surgery, I decided to leave the hospital and just do my own pain management and my own healing. And that's what projected me into the path of Reiki. So that's what happened. So anyway, on the second question, I was asked, I wrote these down and I have my little notes. What is the 3 greatest accomplishments that Reiki gave me? And I have 3 that got me into Reiki. I actually, the number one thing I can say about Reiki is that it gave me a lot of empowerment. At the time, I was not on a path, I was on a path, spiritual path, but I was just like searching for things, natural remedies and all kinds of things. I had done natural remedies for a long time because I made all different kind of herbal remedies for people, my friends. I hadn't gotten into the business of it yet, but and then I also studied a lot of astrology when I was younger. When I was in my teens, I studied astrology. And so that was something that I was really excited about because everyone kept telling me, you'd be a really good astrologer. You should do that. So that helped me in feng shui too because I really love to like decorate and show people how to decorate with colors and all different kind of things. But anyway, back to the question. I'd have to say was the biggest accomplishment was that I actually started my own business, which is Golden Pearl Healing and Higher Education, of which I'm still continuing doing now. And I've been doing for 25 years. So I just did baby steps to business, but I used Reiki to empower me and to give me strength and to give me the knowledge that I needed through my ascended masters and guides and those of the higher realm that were there helping me. They would just, make me do the little baby steps. So that's what I did. So I, one, started my business class, and then, and I'm still continuing. And two, I would have to say the second accomplishment that was really big for me was on my way home from my Reiki Master. I had just gotten attuned to the Reiki Master, and I literally heard, and I was instructed to go into this church and do Reiki. And I had no clue. I was like, what? So anyway, I followed the instructions. I went in and I'm not sure if any of you've heard this story before, but I will kind of recap it again. I actually went in, sat, and there was a traveling evangelist that day. And he started, speaking about who he was and, how he was traveling around doing evangel things and through his church. And so anyway, he just kind of stopped and he said, "Oh, I have a message for one of the congregation." And sure enough, he came up to me, dragged me up to the front of the church and just said, "If anyone would like healing at this moment now from the Holy Spirit, please come up and form a line." And lo and behold, the whole church got up. There was 3 lines, one this way, that way, this way. They were all going. So anyway, we both just laid our hands on people, prayed while we were praying, and people were speaking in light language and tongues, and they were just literally falling out and just praising their deity of religion. And we just kept on giving hands-on healing with everybody. And so everyone got their own experience at that time, which was my greatest accomplishment to actually listen and do what this voice was telling me to do, because I counted to the Holy Spirit speaking to me. And so anyway, that was, I would say, my second accomplishment, that I actually listened and did it. And so I used my intuition. Then I would have to say probably the third accomplishment was that I actually, in my classes, when I started, I wrote my own Reiki manuals to use in the class, so that I would have a manual for my students to take home and study more Reiki and learn about Reiki and study what I was teaching them. And even with, different photos for them to look at and actually use, so that they could continue with their actual empowerment. And I would have to say, doing the Reiki attunements for others was really big for me. I really studied it. And even to now, I still study Reiki. I still attune. Sometimes I just give clients or students just the attunement, and maybe they don't want to learn the Reiki, or they just want to use it, maybe the level 1 only for healing for their own family members, pets, children, and everybody like that. So that's, I would have to say, was my 3 big accomplishments. And then, so I still to this day am continuing, like I say, my classes and my for people's empowerment. And now that I have started this YouTube video, I'm continuing with everything and still teaching and just still empowering myself still, even now after 25 years, from starting when I raised my children and to my marriage now. I still use it. I use it for my husband when he had to go through surgery recently to progress his healing faster. And that's one thing that I love about Reiki, is it just truly progresses you in empowerment and to heal faster, among other things. So I just think that, and I want to thank you all for asking this Q&A, and we'll do it, weekly, daily, every other day. And if you have any questions or you would like answered concerning myself or Reiki, you can just put in the comments below what you want to know, what your experience is. I would love, to talk about your Reiki stories and experiences as well. So I just think that, trust me, when they talk about doing the work, yes, you have to do the work. I just didn't sit on my laurels and expect everything to come to me. I just went baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, little at a time. The more empowerment I got, the faster and farther I was getting, to this day, even now. So I will never stop. Until I have to go somewhere else, another dimension, or wherever it is I'm going. I will continue with Reiki, and I will continue. I have been in a lot of Reiki programs, in volunteer programs with Reiki in Loudoun County, Fairfax County, Winchester, and West Virginia places as well. So even from libraries, I have just, and now I want to tell you, I'm actually going to be doing a lot of other work with other organizations. So I just want to say thank you and blessed be for asking me these questions, because nobody really knew. They were like, who is this person? Like, they just showed up and did a YouTube video. Well, those are my credentials, and I have also I am licensed in Virginia and West Virginia for wedding officiate and religious. So I do all kinds of things through my ministry. I call this my Reiki ministry too. So I do have a home healing studio, and I still see clients privately. And I also do the Qhht hypnosis, by Dolores Cannon. And I do video the hypnosis sessions and tape them for those, to have. And I'm just going to continue. Maybe Spirit might have me do something else here in the near future. But for now, this is what I'm doing, and this is who I am. I am Catherine Robledo Walker, a certified Reiki Master. I am a licensed minister, and I just want to thank everybody. And the last little bit that someone has asked, it was, what is something, I'm reading my note here, what is something you have learned since your empowerment? And that really stuck in my head and my heart. And I would have to say that I met a woman named Susan Taylor, and she said it best, and I am saying what she told me, that we have everything we need to heal ourselves. We really do. And we can deflect any weapon formed against us. And this is what I do best. I have a lot of clients that come to me when they are in serious spiritual crisis. They have crossed the lines on things they shouldn't have been doing, and they're just trying to get back to connect back with Source. You know, Source, the one, whether it's through any religion, any deity that you feel is for you, as long as it gets you there, I have no judgment on that. And I have no judgment on others either. You know, I can say we all have been through it. We've all done it. We've all done things good, things bad. We're not all little saints, you know. If we were, we wouldn't be here. So we're here now to help the planet and the future children of our world, and that's why we're here now. So I just want to thank everybody for supporting me today and realizing that I too have gone through the wars, and I still am going through the wars because of things cast on me and my family, my home, my husband, my children. I'm just like you. So I'm just using Reiki symbols, teaching classes, and doing my hypnosis, and over in the corner minding my own business. So anyway, thanks everybody. Much love. We'll have more Q&A, and I want to hear all your stories. Please comment your stories or little tidbits of things you want to talk about or things you want to go over, and we will do that. If you have a question for me for my Q&A for the next video, let me know. Until then, blessings and much love and happiness.